The 23-year-old Illinois man accused of killing UW-Whitewater gymnast Kara Welsh will be heading to trial in June. Chad Richards is accused of killing then 21-year-old Welsh after they got into an argument in an off-campus apartment in August of last year. At the time of the shooting, Richards and Welsh were dating, according to court documents. Richards was the one who called police after the shooting happened and said a woman was dying. Richards is facing a first-degree intentional homicide charge and is pleading not guilty. The jury's trial is scheduled to begin on June 9th.